Hi there, it's Chelle and Clint.
Hello, everybody.
You gonna stay for a minute?
Yeah, so let me try.
You better say hello to that one girl.
Who? The one that said hi bye, Darcy?
Yeah, that one.
Darcy? Sorry I didn't say.
I didn't want to say her name.
I got things to do.
He's got things to do, Darcy. We're so busy, guys. If you are new, Clint is the one that makes all these wooden ink blenders, and they are available in the store right now with the sale, 15% off until
Next month.
the 21st of
Okay.
February the 21st. So just a holler out there if you're interested in those, and then I'm not sure when we'll have another sale.
Come here.
So guys, I forgot to put we're going to do another secret journaling spot. This is one that Clint and I both came up with. He kind of had the idea, and then I kind of made it work. So it's in this journal. Made this years ago. And it's going to be a play on this one. I think I'm going to make it exactly like how I made this one back in the day. It's been a few years since this is new, though it has kind of evolved into a different design that I kind of, I think that's how that is. But we have like different little journaling spots. They're not very big, so I might even, I don't know, I might change it, but I kind of want to show you exactly how to do this one. And very simple. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm pretty sure I can remember how I made it. But like I said, Clint came up with this design. He's like, hey, what if you do this, this, and this? And then I had to kind of work it out in my brain, which you guys know is kind of scary.
Amen to that. Ow, Wilbur.
So Clint's working on ink blenders. He's just about caught up. So if you're waiting to hear you got a shipping notice, you should be getting one in the next day or two. Okay, guys, here we go. Sorry.
You quit that.
I know, I forgot to.
Face.
Uh-oh, he scratched your face, and he's got sharp claws.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ow, that hurt.
Okay.
Calm down, Wilbur.
Honey, could you do that thing for me when you get a minute? I'll just let him do it.
What do you mean, this thing?
So, I need that pin to go in there. Okay, so what I did on this one is I just had on the one that you saw, I had a doily that size. So I just took my dies, cut them out on a die cutter. So I just picked whatever size I wanted this time. So I think I chose the largest. And I probably won't cut like half of this off. And then I went ahead and ran outside and got my foam tape because there's a lot. But if you don't have foam tape, you can do like what we've been doing in the other secret journaling spots and kind of make your own paper strips and use that. That's what I do a lot. But we're going to try to do a few of them. And I think somebody said, I can't remember who sent me this, but I think they said they got it at the Dollar Store. So thank you, dear. So, but that's what we're going to use today. So I did cut several because I couldn't remember. I think I need at least 3. And truthfully, this isn't my favorite, just to make those little triangles, because what am I thinking? Because they're so tiny and there's not a lot of space to write on them. But
perfect for passwords or something.
Yeah, you could put passwords there or something. Let me show you again. But they're pretty small. I really, started doing. Let's see how tiny they are. But yeah, I mean, you could do them really small. And then I tried to make them like they come over the top and stuff like that. Let's see, is this one? That one maybe is a little bit larger. And then this one. So I think it was a cute idea, but like I said, it has evolved. So let's just kind of make that one real quick. So one thing you're going to have to do is, let's see, I need a pencil, don't I? I just had my pencil over here, but now I don't see it. So I'm just going to use a pin. I don't know if that will work, but we'll see. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have to glue this together with this in between. So say you want to do that one solid piece. So I always have a piece on the bottom that will be glued down to your page. So you're going to have that, and then like I'm going to use this double-sided. It's called double-sided pop dot tape. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to just make a little place for our card to go in. You know, I'm not going to cut it like in half. You can do it in any shape. And nowadays I kind of do it like in squares, things like that. Let me find my scissors, which should be right in front of me. There they are. I was telling Clint what a mess his desk is. And then just like this. But, you know, kind of by doing it like this, you lose a lot of your space. I mean, not tons, but, you know, if you wanted to do it like a doily, and that's what we had designed to start with. I'm just trimming that. It's just easier. So much easier to use the double-sided. But I was thinking if you had like quilling papers laying around, you could just glue them up. I have tons of quilling papers, so. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, since we already have a circle, I'm going to cut this one. And I just want to make sure that it's going to go in, fit in that little square. And if I wanted to, like, I cut this so we could put it like in a pink journal. So maybe I'll just use some of this paper. But I do this before I put on the layer, otherwise it's really hard to kind of get a design. I know I've made one of this for like these for like a it was like a farm type journal or a picnic journal or something, because I remember the little tabs I had little ants that I put on them. They were so cute, yeah. So just go ahead and cut down your paper. You just want to make sure it's going to fit in there. It's a little crooked, but I think I'm okay with that. Unless I want it to go in there all the time. But you just want to make sure, you know, it's going in there. And then I'm just going to cut this off, and then we'll kind of decide later. But at least we have one that will go in. What?
That wasn't straight.
That's what I said, hon. Go away. Don't make me
come. Not nice.
Don't make me come over there.
I was just pointing out.
I just said I know it's not straight.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you. I just walked in. I was just giving you a hard time about it.
You guys, he always does that, doesn't he?
I was busy doing something else.
Okay. Pain in my tuchus. Okay, so then you're going to take those strips off. And if I'm going too fast for you, you kind of end up getting the concept, I think. But if I'm going too fast for you, then you can definitely
rewind it.
Rewind it, yeah, that.
And of course, you can always ask a question.
Yeah, you can ask Clint any questions. Just kidding.
Me?
Nobody wants to put up with him, do they?
No, except for you, and you don't want to put up with me. You just ask.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Clint got me a really cute necklace. And then you just want to, you know, make sure that that's going to go in there pretty smoothly. I'm fine with that. Now that space is already taken, so on this one, you could stop right there if you wanted to, but I did a double layer. So let's say that we want those little triangles. And what I'm going to do is just kind of cut these into little triangles. So, and because I did, I'm just thinking, because So you can do this in any design. You could have 2 triangles, which might be nice. But let's just kind of do triangle. I don't want to have another one that opens to this side, so that side's going to be totally, you know, used up. So, but say I want it like this. I don't know if I did that right. I'm just trying to kind of think. I'm trying not to lay it down, like pushing it in too much yet. Like that. We could have one here. But again, you can do it in any size, you know. So, you know, you think, well, I could use this whole piece for one, but you don't have, it's not up any. So if you wanted to use this, you might have to put a little piece here, a little piece here. I'm trying to think of like where my thing would come out, but and then we could put one like here. Let's see. But I also don't want to, so I'm kind of looking at this like my little handle thing would be here. I have one here, and then maybe one here. Maybe I just won't use that spot. So, and I'm okay with making this a little bit wider, so maybe like that. Cut it so it lays a little flush. Like that. Okay, so this one we're not putting anything there, so if we wanted, we could just pop another piece. That way when you're looking at it, you don't see. Makes it look a little more put together, perhaps. I think I'm going to, not too concerned about this area here, but maybe I can just like squeeze that piece in. Okay. And if you do cut it, your tape like this, you can always like put it on your little tape ball and then use it later. Okay. So then I am going to use a circle for here to fit these in. And so what I've been doing, or what I did in the past, is you can kind of feel where that is. And if you draw there and cut like on the inside of that, then you're not going to see it so much. So like that, that. And then here. We'll see how good I did. So like if you cut in, so say I did it right on the center, just cut in like 1/8 of an inch here and here, and see how that fits. Be awesome if it was perfect, but see, it's not. So that's okay, we'll make it fit. And then cut here and here for this piece. Ooh, that one's almost perfect. Look at that. Awesome. And then it's a bigger piece. So here. And here. That one's way off, huh? Because, you know, it's just so much harder to I think I'm okay with that one. And I'm okay that it kind of juts out a little bit. I could kind of round this maybe. Make it it lay a little bit better in there. And then this one. So, do I want to round that? I do like to double this up, but this one's pretty hard, so I might just try to get this one a little bit more accurate. Just how much time or whatever you want to spend on it. Is fiddly, this one is. It's one reason I want to show you kind of a little easier way. I don't know guys. Okay, we're just gonna say that's a good fit. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, because really no one's gonna see it until they take it out and look at it. So then I'm going to take, and I go ahead and leave the pieces there so I know, because you're not going to see those shapes when you take off your tape. This is why I do it more simplified now. It's fun though, if you want to do a circle, it's really fun. Okay, so I got all the tape off, right? And then we'll put this on here. And I will take this one out just so I can make sure and line it up right. Okay, that looks pretty good. And that's why, if you cut it exactly, you know, flat or whatever, the way, then you might want to like glue a little piece of paper or something here, just so you can get them out later. Like that one's going to fall out. Okay, so there we go. And then we can kind of double up on this. Let me show you what I would do. If you want to decorate these, you certainly could. Let's see, where's that piece I just cut? It was right in front of me. Is this the one that fit? I think it was this shape. Yeah, I think that's kind of the shape I'm going to go for. So I can glue it down, and then we can just cut it out, and then we'll have this purple on the outside. Or if you wanted, you could do like a little oh, let me see. Let's see if I can just trace it. If I had a pencil, it would be easier, but I don't right now. Because sometimes they do kind of, especially like on this one. So, kind of do a little space for a hinge. And then you could put coffee dyed paper if you wanted to go into that, or just not even. You could even just do a you know, just by doubling it, you could do that. So about right here, because we're going to fold that right. So we could do a little hinge. Hope I did that on the right side. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does, doesn't it? Well, we'll see how it works out. Depends on how much time and effort you want to put into this. I was hoping that it would kind of go, oops, and then I did the wrong side. That's okay. Okay, so it's going to be like that. And again, I will trim around this, and we'll put something in there. Now, when you're still working with it, you can, you know, kind of jiggle it and pull that out. But once it's in there, in your book, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So I'll show you how to do that. So now that that one is yellow like that, let's just cut around this one. I'll hinge it right over there on that side. Maybe this is easier instead of all those steps. And of course you want to put your hinge where you're not going to cut it off, you know. So like that would go there, and then we can trim that. And then this one, that'll kind of bulk it up. If you're having a problem with it kind of falling out, or you're concerned about it falling out, and plus that would give us more journaling space. Oh man, I forgot to do the hinge. Okay, hold on. I don't need that piece then. Okay, let's do a hinge. There we go. Think about what you're doing, Michelle. So and then you could either line the whole thing, like if you opened it, you could line the whole thing with coffee dye paper. Good place to use your scraps. This isn't quite big enough, but you know, if you wanted to do that, and then you could journal over the whole thing. That was pretty, huh? And then just kind of see, I think it might need a little bit of a trim. Okay, thank you. We'll trim it there. So then, and this one, really need to. So this one, I'm probably going to leave this. And sorry, Clint's in the background saying, huh? He does that like 15, 20 times a day. He doesn't have very good hearing. It's funny. Okay, and then what I'll do is kind of cut that out since it's already attached, kind of.
It's all that awesome music I listen to.
Yeah, it's all that music he listens to.
Well, it's not the awesome part.
You heard that, didn't he?
Hey, Jack,
And then, you're not that deaf? Okay, so, what did I do?
that wasn't you, was it?
Nope.
All right,
Find out where it
what's going on?
Goes in the second layer, Michelle. Okay, goes in this layer. See what I mean? It's kind of hard to tell. So then, we will, okay, good. So that one looks nice. This one, we kind of know that it needs to be trimmed. So I did put a line. Definitely use a pencil, that way you can erase it or whatever you want to do. And this piece would go here. And then this piece needs just a tiny trim. I mean, it's just a fun element, you know, for people. And that one's there. So, let me clean up my mess real quick. It's a good thing to use up your scraps too, you know, if you're thinking, oh, I really need to just use up my scraps. Use it here. Okay, so we have those, right? So now we would decorate. So, you know, whatever you want to put on here, say those one little flowers we have. Let me grab those and I'll show you how I would decorate it. Okay, so we want to make it easy for us to get those out. So what I would do is maybe, you could use charms or something like that. I've done all different kinds in the time we've made these, but I was thinking of just like flowers. So like here's a flower. Let's see what colors. I have dark pink. There's another pale pink and another dark pink. Oh, excuse me. So, and let me show you how I would do that. So just take some of your scraps. It's too small. You don't need a lot for this. Maybe that's enough. And actually, it doesn't take up like a huge piece of paper, but it does kind of take up a bunch of little scraps. Sorry, I have foam tape there. And if you buy like the thicker foam tape, I would suggest cutting it in half so that it's not, you know, taking up tons of your journaling space. And okay, that is. But you know, just take your time. I know I kind of went through this one pretty quickly, so it might have been kind of confusing. I am going to put some foam tape here, and I have that one little piece that we had. Hopefully I didn't mess up by doing that. Okay. Cut it in half. Then I am going to use some Fabri-Tac just to make sure, since those are fabric. And what I'm going to do is kind of have this, that's why I've added the foam tape just to raise it up, and have that so it kind of comes over just a touch. But I am going to kind of cut these off. Make sure it doesn't, you know, like glue your little journaling spot closed. It doesn't seep out. And that way it kind of looks like it could be a tab or something in your journal. And then on these other ones, you know, you can shake it and get those little suckers out. Or use some tweezers. Once it's in your journal, it's going to be down pretty flat, so it's going to be harder to remove them. Make sure you have it going the right way, and then you can just use like this like wherever you want it, halfway or so. That looks good to me. And I'm just using the art glitter glue, not that one, because that one's not free yet. In there. That's what I mean, you know, by the tabs. Especially because I added the extra piece, and so it kind of opens up, and so it kind of keeps it in there. Just a little harder to get out when you have little tabs, but I prefer them to be a little harder to remove than easy, and then they fall out of someone's journal. Okay, do the same thing with this one. I know the brown color is on the top, so just kind of like in the center of the top. I don't want to glue them together, so open it. Got in there. Oh, that's the one I was trying to get out. Okay, so this one goes here. Just a little tab. I want to do the same thing with this one. I do like this color. I think it, even though you're not really going to see it. And I know that that color piece is up front. So it does take a while. What, it's taken us at least a good 30 minutes. And that's with having all the pieces cut except for the, well, I guess it's not that bad. But it depends on how much you want to work on an element for your journals. There we go. So everyone had to find like smaller scissors and kind of trim that up because that piece is going to poke out. Just like them to look nice. Okay, so then we have all those, and then we're going to stagger these colored flowers. And again, I'm just doing like just half of it so that when we pull it out and it goes on, it kind of hides that little spot. But you don't want to glue it in to your secret spot. And there you go. So if you wanted, you could add like a little collage or something in there. Let me show you how we would add it to a page. Pretty simple. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but just in case, because, you know, Clint would be like, how'd you do that? So what I do is I probably would add it like this. And you're going to have to remember where your spine is and make sure that you have enough clearance. Which I think is why we originally just kind of cut it down the center, or whatever we did. If you wanted to, you could, you know, like have this piece kind of holding, or turning out of the journal. I am fixing to do another pink journal, so I'm just kind of using things so that I can, you know, have to put in a future journal right now. So I am thinking about making some of these, like everything that I've done, and put it in like a secret journaling spot book, just secret journaling spots book. I have tons of books, so I could do that. So that's the difficult way. I think it's beautiful though, you know. I think it's really pretty, but it's a little bit more difficult maybe than, you know, what you do. And you could put it anywhere. You could even put, and I think I have glued it down and then used it still as another tuck spot underneath. So whatever you want to do, I think that would be fun. I think it'd also be fun, sorry, I was just thinking of this, like on that very first layer, and work on it in the book and put an eyelet in there, and then you'd have the eyelet out here and then it would spin. I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys know how I am, always thinking. Okay, do you want something simpler than that? Of course you do. Let's do it. Okay, so I do want to show you guys what our next journal is. And in the next day or so, Clint will be making a journal cover because he needs some sewing time, he was telling me.
Yeah, I'm not,
I do have some digitals that I'm going to use. So we're going to use this for our secret journaling spot, but I do want to show you this.
the other part's over there.
Fabric. I'm just showing them this.
See what I meant by the color?
Yeah, so he is going to use some of this fabric. Every square in here is different.
Yep.
So we're kind of debating on, you know, he's kind of going through what he wants to do or whatever. I let Clint have 100% control over the journal until he gives it to me. And then it's just like, okay, I'm doing my thing now.
Yep, and that's what makes it work.
That's what we do, so.
What we do.
I love this one though. I think she's
Oh, I
adorable.
love that one too.
If you want to get some of this, we got it from Laura. We got it on Amazon, Laura Lee Designs, and I will put a link down below. So,
It's
anyways,
so neat.
so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I'm
But,
excited.
so we're going to do our other secret journaling spot.
Okay.
And these you could, if you wanted to, you could make them up and put them in your stash. But that one's going to be kind of bright and cheerful, even though I do have some black for that one. Okay, so, and I will put where I got these digitals. So it's going to be kind of like a farm theme, kind of. And we'll see. So really bright colors. I thought I could print off a bunch of these and use them for journaling cards, like instead of coffee fabric. But we have really fun digitals. So I am going to use one of these for the next secret journaling spot. So we could use an egg. And last night I was thinking, you know, you could even like cut out an egg shape, which would be so simple to do.
Oh yeah.
And then put that like on the top of your page. But I don't think I want to deal with that right now.
So neat. I love that.
But maybe one of these, that would be cute, wouldn't it? Just a big, let's see what else I have. Ooh, I really like that too. Let's use that one. So since they are digitals, you can print them again. I printed these from, using Red River matte paper. I can put a link to that below too if you're interested. So again, this one's going to be pretty simple. My pages, they're 8.5 by 11. They're folded, so it's 5.5 by 8.5. And so and I want them to be a little bit smaller than that because I want to make sure that you can get out whatever you need to get out. We're just going to do a square or a rectangle. Okay. So, make it a little easier in case you were a little intimidated on that one. That one was a little bit, you know, intimidating even for me. I had to kind of think about it for a little bit. So I'm going to do, let's just do like a 4.5 square.
I know, sweetie.
4.5, 4.5.
I'm not picking it up.
So I just want my pages to be,
No. I can't.
my first things to be 4.5.
I know, sweetheart. Why
So
don't you
if I
hold
cut
me
it like
here?
this, maybe I would get 2. Oh,
I just can't pick it up, honey. I'm hurting that.
I might have to go get more paper. I don't know. 4.5, 4.5.
This
Need
one's
at
taller,
least
too.
2, but I am going to want one on the front.
Sorry.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you totally messed up, didn't you?
Well, I don't care. I'm leaving it the way it is.
Okay, so let me go grab another piece of cardstock,
Where is it?
and I'll be right back.
Oh,
Okay, so do another 4.5.
I'm
This is
sorry,
just white cardstock. I had it on hand from, actually always have it on hand, but for Copic markers. So,
Come on, you stay right there.
and then like these, I'm gonna have like extra squares that are kind of gonna be the right size for rectangles. So, you know, dig through your scraps and see if you can just make it work with whatever you have. On the corner.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so there, you know, it's not perfect, but it'll be perfect for another one. Okay, so then I do want to go ahead and cut this down. Kind of like, I can be kind of choosy on this, so it's going to go on the front of this. I think I want like this area. I love the green, and that does have some green in it that Clint's fixing to do. Like I said, it's going to be pretty bright, so I'm excited. Okay, so I am going to kind of get an idea of what I want here. So let's see if I cut this down to 4.5, because that's the size. This is just a little bit thinner, so I am going to put this on white cardstock just to make sure that it's going to be okay, you know. 4.5. Be sturdy enough. I don't want it to break apart. So I'll just glue that onto the very top one, and then if I have to, I can trim it. Isn't that cute though? I love that.
love that paper.
Isn't that pretty? So we're going to go from there. Like I said, this one is pretty simple, which you know how we are. Simple is better sometimes. So, you know, figure out how many you want. You know, do you want, you could do 2 here, or you could do 3, whatever you want. I'm going to do 3 total. So I'm going to start on the bottom. And you know what I'm going to do? Nothing. I have an idea that I want to do. So I'm going to do this though.
I'll get it, honey.
Where's that paper? Here it is.
What, sweetheart? I know.
Like that what we just talked about. So I'm going to show you guys,
I got
because I think it'll be fun.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to trim this and cut it down to a sheet size paper. That yellow.
Yeah.
It has yellow, it has red on it.
Oh, that's perfect.
And yeah, like I said, these digitals will be in the
Get those
description.
yesterday, didn't you?
I printed them yesterday.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't.
what I meant.
Yeah, I didn't make them. I
I know you didn't.
actually bought them off of Etsy. I don't buy a lot, but when I'm looking for something specific, I do.
Yeah, I'm starting to have sewing withdrawal.
I'm just cutting this down to 8.5 by 11 because that's our, well, I'm just cutting the edges off, I guess, really. Then we'll cut this one more. My printer prints almost to the edge, but not quite. Okay. Hey, honey, over there is.
What?
I'll
Sorry,
get it. I'll get it. Never
No,
mind.
I'll get it. Where's it? What is it?
I just need eyelets
Where are they? Over here.
in that one box over there. That the stuff to go back
Yeah,
outside.
rubber band?
Yeah. Do you see it? Though I don't know that that one thing will come in this far. I'll be right back. Okay, all that, and I decided not to do it. So what I was thinking about is taking the very last one, putting it in, and then right in the center, just putting a eyelet, and then it could spin or whatever. But then I thought, you know, if it's not like perfect, then it could twist and it might kind of get crunched. And since this is directional, I decided not to do that. But let's just do this one real quick for this journal. Like I said, this one is so much easier. So take your bottom one.
Anything else you ready?
Nope, I'm good. And this one, let's say we want 2 on this one. So 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. This is directional, so you kind of have to keep that in mind. So I guess I could actually pull that back just a touch, and then I could fit it on either side. And then we'll just a touch more. I had to rethink my first rethink. So just go. It just makes it so much easier. Just the double-sided tape, but also the design is just so much easier. This one, I still do my pages like this. It's just so much simpler to just do it now than it is later. So let me kind of this is just folded, and I thought I may as well try to get two out of it. Okay, I don't know. There we go. So we have 2. And you could have folded it, and we might do that later, because I know this is definitely going in a journal that I'm selling, and I like to put extra space in it. So I know these 2 are going to work, so I'm not going to worry about it. Both the same size and all that. So let's remove our you could do anything. You could use a die. Looks pretty good. And then this one, so I know that these pages go this way, so that's not going to work. So if I do this way, and let's just do 1 coming out the top. So pretty easy. I mean, that's like the simplest thing you could do, is just 1. Check your things, make sure you have them going the right way. Simple. And I am going to go ahead and do that one too. So let's see, what paper do I want to use? I'll just do white for now. It's a little bit narrow, but I'm okay with that. But then if I fold it, I would probably have it go in like that, the fold on the inside. Then we could put coffee dye paper or whatever. So, and I know how that's gonna fit. And if nothing else, you have these as your templates. You can, you know, redo them or whatever. And where's my square? Here it is. I tell ya. Actually, let me go ahead and glue this down. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So cute. I love that he picked really bright fabric this time. Hi, Grace. There's Gracie. She's getting more comfortable around us since we took her to the vet last. And she goes again this Wednesday, so I feel bad for her because I know she's not going to be happy with us again. So I'm going to try to get Clint to do the bad guy thing. He doesn't mind. But she wouldn't even talk to me since, you know, it's been a while since she's been so close. I'm just trimming this up. I was thinking I'm going to drop it on there. Make sure if it's directional, you have it on the right. If not, the worst thing that could happen is that it would open from another side, you know. And it's not quite perfect, but I can trim that if I need to. I could use an X-Acto knife or a knife to kind of trim it. And then we can go ahead and glue this one down. But I do want to trim it just a little bit because it's just a little bit crooked and it's going to drive me crazy. It's because there's a lot of white. Use a Clint's carving knife. So sorry, the baby in the background is talking, but they're just playing, so. Wanted to clean it up a little bit so that it's not.
Wilbur, quit killing your sister.
Quit killing your sister. It's not bad. If I was using, I don't know if I'm going to use Distress ink. If I was using that, I probably could, and that would have, you know, that hides a multitude of sounds. There we go. That just looks a little bit nicer. Make sure I have my openings correct. Okay, so that looks nice, and then we're going to kind of figure out what we want to go in there. So I did do this paper. Let's glue this down. So I was thinking what I could do is we could just do a thing like this and then have something come out the bottom too. So I'm just going to glue it down. Check my directional into like another little pocket. And that should be fairly easy to figure out. In the center, maybe. So I am going to have a piece over there, but I think that'll be fine. Look straight. Okay, so let's see what we want to use. Do I want to use any of these? So my idea was to have some stuff on the front and then like something on the back so that I could journal, you know, like on the back. Isn't that pretty? But then also so that we can, all my pages are kind of decorated inside. Kind of like this because it does have the, so let's redo these. We'll make them into, let me move this real quick. Sometimes I forget to put a lid on my Fabri-Tac and then it might get on his table and then you know how I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you know. I think I can use this whole thing. So I am going to just kind of put this here. I know I want it just a touch wider because we cut that one a little short. We'll try it and see. I like the little details on, okay, that's the piece I cut off. The little details. So I try to kind of do really detail-oriented journals. We do it like this, and then we're going to fold it in half and see what we have. Let me trim. I just like to trim all that white off. Get on out of here. Is that inside or outside? Get on out of here. I am going to check this real quick. So I know that goes on the top. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay, so I need it to fold like right here. Just going to do a light fold. That way if it doesn't fit, then I can I know, I heard screaming right after that, but I couldn't tell if it was inside or outside. Oh, okay.
That's so cool.
And then this comes out, so that looked pretty close to perfect. And then of course we will have something to pull that out easy, but we'll go in there like that. And then let's do the other sides since I have this paper and these are both the same size. So I'll see if I can fit them both on here. Yep, I think I can. So is that a new Tomcat or just one that's been around for a while?
Big.
Mm.
That white tabby that looks like, shoot.
Okay, so I do want to check and see which
That's
way this one fits.
I like that. I think that's so cool.
What do you think?
Okay.
Is that not the right one? Maybe it wasn't the right one. So maybe it was one of these.
Which would make sense since it's the one
That would make
far.
sense since it's only halfway, isn't
But
it?
it's not that long.
I thought I trimmed these. What did I do, guys? Okay.
There has to be.
I thought I had two that would fit, though. That's just bizarre, isn't it? Let me check this side. Okay, whatever, Michelle. Michelle, you don't even know what you're doing. Okay, so that's okay, whatever. Okay, so that's about 2 by 3.5. So let's just do that on this paper real quick. That's funny that I did that. Okay. So I want this to be 3.5 here. Nope. I need this to be 4. So I want it to be like this, and then we'll cut it in, or bend it in half. 3.5. Just a little bit too wide. Okay, and then fold that at 2, and I'm just going to score it. It's a little bit long on that one side, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, you just want it to go in there.
And what do you do?
Then we'll add a duber.
Tap to it?
We will add a little tab. Yeah, that. Let's see. Can I do the same thing with, do I have any more of that paper? No, but I do have this one still. That one's not going to be big enough. Well, maybe it would. No, because I need it 4 one direction and then 3.5 the other. Might work. Let's check it first before I cut into another. And then 4. Just under 4.
Aw. Pardon. Queen Lily.
Aw. But I don't think that's gonna fit. Shop. That side's a little bit different, it seems, but I don't know.
Gumbo for lunch.
Good for you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that one's not quite wide enough, so let's just cut down this one. I think I'll have the green. Oh, that's not even the piece I was supposed to cut. This was the piece I was supposed to cut. That's okay. We'll put this one in. It doesn't matter really, but I do want to be able to journal on it. So let's just move to this. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't ask. 3.5 by 4.
And Lucy!
She's okay. It's not your cat, Leslie. It's Lucy's just screaming. She's so cute, though. I'll be in the kitchen. I'll be like, come here, Lucy. She runs like a little dog.
Lucy, mate, what is wrong? Lucy.
I have an issue.
No problem.
Okay, and then we'll score it at 2. You ever have those days where nothing works out? Yeah, me too. 'Cause that's not going to...
What can't you do? Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I know I don't need it 4. Good googly moogly, I tell you. Some days are like that, though.
Be 3 3/4.
Honey, hush. Honey, hush.
Not very nice. I wouldn't tell you.
I know, but my brain's working.
Are you sure about that? It doesn't look like it to me.
Maybe my brain's trying to work. Okay, so. Clint tells me to hush all the time because I talk too much. Actually, he plays a song when I.
Albert Collins. Honey, hush, you talk too much. That was a good one.
So it's okay. We get along pretty darn well. We can tell each other to hush. He tells me to shut up, and I tell him to hush. I never ever have.
You have to. Don't you tell me you don't say that. You're so full of it. Horse manure or something.
I try not to though. Okay, so we got one of them. Jeez. Okay, so what am I gonna do on this other side? Should I just use this one? And I could put coffee dye paper in the center. Yeah, you guys like that? Let's turn it to so that it doesn't like blend in 100%. So you could have it blend in. I'll put coffee dye paper in the center later. And then we are going to add our little tabs. Oh, I tell ya, I don't know why that was so difficult. Oh, you know what I forgot? The bottom, because we did make a one to go in here too, didn't we? Okay, so let me just pull this one. It's purple and blue, and then I'll cut that out. So let's do 4 by 8 maybe, I don't know. Trim off all my white. Do it like this, that way I can kind of figure it out. And then this will just be more journaling space. Just a little snug, so I'm going to trim it just a touch more. And you can put a little tab on here, or I'm trying to figure out if I want to use lace in this journal. I haven't decided yet, so make sure that goes all the way in there. Sometimes I double check just if that would be about right. And if we wanted to, we could fold the whole thing up. Kind of like what we've done in some of our other pieces. And then you could have that whole journaling piece. Let me do it this way. It's just easier if you put all the folds, anything that would come open going up. I'm having issues. There we go. I'll leave it out just a little bit. So you kind of get the gist of it. I am going to pull this paper. Because I was thinking, wouldn't that be cute to use some eggs? Let me cut it down to 8.5 by 11, and then we'll see what we have. Maybe we'll have some scraps. Oh, I won't actually, will I? That's okay. Let me just cut a little. I just need some eggs. Actually, I'm going to go print that on cardstock because I'll probably use that a lot. So let me do that, and then we'll finish decorating this, and I'll be right back. Okay, well that took forever, but you guys didn't notice, so I am back. I did print those onto some cardstock. It's just so much easier for decorations. I think these would be really cute as pullouts. So I'm just going to cut some of them out. Try to keep the little shadow in there. Good thing is they're not too difficult to cut out. How easy would it be to make some eggs? To draw them, I was thinking, well, that'd be pretty simple, wouldn't it? Okay. So then I'll put it like here, and then this will tuck in. So what I'm going to need to do is do my little duber like we have done on the other ones. And I think I want the same kind of color. So just a little strip. Like a little tab, and then we'll put it here, but I want to make sure I just put it on one side. So
Wilbur, you're treading on thin ice, Wilbur.
Clint's in there talking like really philosophical to the cats earlier, and I'm like, what? I was asking him, what? Wasn't even talking to me, I was talking to the cats. It's getting on a lesson. He said, you don't know how this works if, I don't know if it's philosophical, but anyways, it was a lot more than I talked to cats. He was explaining to them how it doesn't work. If you bite me, that doesn't mean you get a straw. You have to be nice to me if you want a straw. See, can you hear him? That is going to be so cute. In my Fovenici, I used to write down things that we would say to cats that you wouldn't say to anybody else. Isn't that cute? Okay. It was annoying, but I did it. So I think I'm going to do 3 more. Except on this one, I want it to be a little bit longer, so maybe we'll just use that one. But yeah, he's in there just talking. And you never know, because sometimes his phone will ring or something, so he's talking to somebody on the phone, or because we're self-employed, you know. So you never know who he's talking to, and I'm like, what? He's just talking up a storm, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
Who?
You. Told him you were talking to Wilbur.
Oh, I
And
gave him a...
I thought you were talking to me, and then I was telling him how you,
Always.
you were trying to teach him a little lesson that he can't,
Get his straws all the time.
especially when he bites you.
Yeah, a little stinker just come over and grabbed my leg and went after it.
And then he wanted a straw.
And I gave him one. But that's beside the point. And then when Gracie is in there, I thought, well, I'll give her a ball. And when I opened it up, of course, he came over, and I told him he ain't getting no straw. He already got one. Plays the one I gave him.
Yeah, don't you hate when that happens?
Pains in the butt. No,
I was
Sophia.
telling him how I used to keep track of things that we would say. Things you don't say unless you live in a cat house, in a house with cats.
Number 1 is, I'm going to pee on your head if you don't move.
Yeah, I've heard that one several times. Or, oops, honey, don't pet her.
Yeah, don't pat her. She got wet. Well, don't blame me. It was her fault. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're very honest here.
we are who we are.
Okay, I think that's going to fit perfectly, and I'm just going to put it down here. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, though. I think I will put it here. I'll just double it up. Then we'll put like 2 eggs here. But I'm going to glue it here so that when you open it, you know, it's still easy to write on. Yeah, these do take some time to make.
But they're so worth it.
But I think they're worth it, and you know, you can always, if you were making it for your stash, what I would recommend is do all the back, you know, do the bottom part, and then just put a topper on top of it, so you could have it ready for your stash if that was what you were wanting. Trying to find things I can put in my stash and say, oh, you know, that'll be so simple, let's do that. And that way journals don't take so long. But for these special extra elements, the one that we're doing tomorrow, or whenever we do the next one, I think it'll be tomorrow or, you know, later this week. It depends on if Clint works on that cover or not. But it will be a little bit, yeah, a little bit, what am I trying to say? Anyways, I forgot. Oh, it won't be as difficult. My brain, you guys. Okay, so let's cut out 4 more of these, because I do want 2 on the bottom. I'm going to just kind of cut them out here first, and then we'll cut out several of them. I think that's what I want to do though. But also on these over here, you'll notice that they're a little bit, because they're on the bottom one or the middle one, and so they're going to be further down on the page. So I will put just a bit of this, kind of like what we did on the other one. Foam tape. And I'm gonna just put another one just so that my egg stays on there pretty well. I'll probably just put some. That one's a little bit longer, and that's going to hang out the page, but I'm not going to stress about it, so it's not going to bother me too much. So let's cut out this egg. So somebody said something about, I wish I could do mine as neat as yours. Just take your time.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's all I do, is just take your time and do it as, you know, as best you can. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. You know, my 100th journal doesn't compare to your first journal.
Nope.
Or, you know, however many. We do about 50 or so a year, so. And most of them do get put up for sale. Okay, so that looks good. This one's going to kind of cover it. Again, I'm just going to set it there so it kind of comes over. Could even raise that up a little. That's okay. This one I might. I don't think I want to double it though, but we'll see. Okay, there. What's up? Oh, I thought you were talking. This one I will put coffee dye paper in the center so that they have something to journal on, whoever ends up with this one. That is not okay. Just kidding.
Right.
I'm going to try to double this one. If it works, I might try to pull that one off and double it too. I think I like that better. Double this one as well. I feel like it needs to be up just a touch. It's a little bit wider, but this is foam, so I guess you can squish it down. I don't know how that works. No, I'm thinking, geez, how long is this going to take? I was thinking they're probably thinking the same thing. Hurry up, Michelle. Where did I put my egg? Oh, geez. Did somebody eat my egg? I can't find it. Okay. Good grief, Michelle. How do you guys do that? It's right here. I just set it aside. It's probably stuck down to something and I will never find it. That's okay. I have tons of eggs. So, speaking of eggs, man, our Banties are really giving us eggs, which is nice.
Well, they are too.
There we go. That's going to be nicer, I think.
No.
Could be right in front of me and I won't know. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I think Clint's getting tired and he's probably about ready for a nap.
I hurt so bloody bad right now.
Not feeling the greatest. So it might be a while before you get a journal video, but that's okay. I told him I needed, for the next video I'm doing, use a page inside of my journal. And so that might be, you know, I kind of need it already in the journal, but it's not, I can always do something else. It's not that big of a deal. Now this one, remember, that's where your spine's going to be. So you just want to make sure that it's not going to get too, and this will add bulk. So typically the journals I add it to, I just put one of these secret journaling spots. Because I don't mind adding the bulk, I just don't want to add tons of bulk, you know, with like one element. So I was thinking about doing two down here, and then this one we're going to have to double it too. Because that's the whole point, is covering that up. Crazy that I misplaced my egg.
You got plenty of them, huh?
I know, it's just, I thought I put it in a safe place.
Yeah, I guess it is safe.
It is safe. It's in one of those safe places that no one can ever find it. Huh. I might have to put 3 on this because I can feel that it's still a little. And you don't have to do this. You could just do it however you want to. This is just how I like to do it, try to cover it up, and that's what makes it like a secret journaling spot. Sorry, this is going to go up kind of late today, but we got you one up. You guys want to see the necklace that Clint got me? So pretty. He just saw it on Amazon. Just a sweet thought. We don't do a lot for Valentine's because our anniversary is also in February. So probably made him have a panic attack. Hey, hon, don't forget in a couple of weeks.
I know what it is.
No, I know. Okay, so maybe I want 3. Let's see. I don't know. Look at this one. It looks like a little face. It's a fried egg face. You guys like fried eggs?
No.
Let me know in the comments below. I love fried eggs. Over easy. Okay, we're going to put it like that because I think that'll look cute. We just build it up. Will be hard to journal on, but just in that one area, so it doesn't worry me too much. pressing it down. It's just a little high. What do you think, Daddy?
I like it.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then there's your little secret journaling cards, which is what this is all about. Hold on. Okay, it feels like it was glued down. I'm going to let that dry. Okay. And there we go. And then, of course, you could decorate that and stuff. So, guys, we're wrapping this up. Thank you for hanging around. Let me show you this adorable little necklace. We are like two peas in a pod. And we have been since day one. We complete each other's sentences. And we're fixing to celebrate 24 years on the 28th. So, but this is our, yeah, this is my Valentine's Day present. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Follow along if you want to see more secret journaling spaces in this thing. They're not all this extreme, though some maybe a bit more. But there's other ones that I've designed for previous journals. So thanks for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video. See you soon. Love you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for visiting. Touchings, everyone.